Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. Sagittarius, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. When I was meditating on the collective Sagittarian energy, it was, it's almost like there is like a clearing of the air coming through, right? The energy felt pretty dense to me. You might have a lot of tension or maybe a lot of things going on in your psyche. And so it took me a minute to get into a deep meditation, which, by the way, if you don't meditate, it's like the most useful thing you can do for yourself every single day, 10 to 15 minutes. I feel like I say this all the time, but honestly, Sagittarius, some of you really do need to meditate and clear your mind. Maybe get something off of your mind for some of you. As I also feel like there's something going on with the throat chakra, needing to communicate something here, or you could be connecting with someone that has something they want to communicate to you. But yeah, it's it's all about clearing your mental space, Sagittarius. And I'm hearing like the message that I got was that you are the author of your own story, right? And so it's easy to think that, life has a hold of us, but in all actuality, we are in the driver's seat of our life. And it's like if you don't like the narrative, right, of your life or what you have going on in your headspace, then retell the narrative, Sagittarius. Retell the story in a way that is in alignment with you. Live the life that you came here to live. So let's get into it and see. Those were the messages. I did have a song come through as well. It's Take It All Back by Judah and the Lion. I think that's the name of it. Maybe check out that song. You might hear that song randomly. Take it all back. So there could be something here that you want to take back, and I heard no take backs. Spirit is saying if that's the case, don't look at it that way, because everything that's happened to you up until this moment in your life occurred for a reason, because it's made you who you are, and who you are is much more spiritually grown than you've ever been, right? Okay. And if it's not you, Sagittarius, there could be someone that wants to take something back. Okay. Or wishes they could take something back. So now I have the Sagittarius card out. So you got your own card out, which I love that. So that lets me know that you're coming into alignment with yourself, that during the month of March, you might be feeling more like yourself, more towards your light side, which is very enthusiastic, open-minded, communicative, maybe a little bit of risk-taking involved, maybe looking to get out more, to do more, or at least that's what you're being encouraged towards. It's like a very adventurous energy, right? But it's funny that this card also talks about honesty, and I was feeling like something going on within the throat chakra. So keep it real, Sagittarius. I don't think you're a sign that has a problem with that, but sometimes if you're feeling really emotional, it can be difficult for you to find ways to express how you're feeling. And so it's like, I heard it's okay. So there might also be something going on that's creating a bit of the blues, a bit of sadness here showing up. And they're giving me a song. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Okay. So the fog is going to lift if there's some of that energy going on. It kind of feels like a little bit of like a wet blanket. You know what I mean? It's like being enthusiastic about life. There's things that you want to do, but then just like this meh energy around it, or maybe having difficulty like finding the energy for something, okay? Or maybe dwelling in negative emotion too much or too often, Sagittarius. So let's get into it and see. I'm going to go through the psyche first, and then we're going to go into the heart space, see what you got going on there. Then we're going to look at the big spiritual picture and go from there. So, psyche. I just had an energy shift in this ear. Almost went completely deaf there for a second. So there's definitely some messages coming through for you. If you're an intuitive Sagittarius, you might notice that when you have your guides around you, that there's a slight ringing in the air or a ringing in your ear, FYI. All right, so Princess of Cups, Eight of Swords, the Death card. And the Five of Discs and the Nine of Wands. I heard look the other way. Okay, I don't know what that means. All of a sudden I got very nervous here. Okay, so it's like there's a little bit of like nervousness or anxiety or maybe fidgetiness going on in the energy right now. There is like some sort of blockage here, and it's coming in the headspace, right? Like, ooh, that got intense really fast. Don't be afraid of change, Sagittarius. Do not be afraid of change, right? Because I feel like whatever changes are coming through during this time frame, it's for your betterment, all right? It's like there's something here about a connection showing up that maybe you've restricted yourself from. There could have been some endings around that, and that could be permeating your brain, or like it's like fearing the ending of something. I heard the end of an era, and all of a sudden I'm getting like very emotional. There's some sort of fear-based energy showing up in the psyche, and it could be just like this feeling of like misunderstood or left out in the cold, or, you know, like nobody's paying attention, you know? And this could be old energy, but for some reason, even if it's old energy, it's coming up in the present moment. So it could be like you're getting triggered, okay? And like remembering a time when you felt like no one cared. And I am like feeling myself get emotional as I read this. It's like, wow, okay. Now, some of you, this might be now energy, not necessarily a trigger, where you feel like at times, you know, that you're on your own and nobody cares, even if you're in a partnership. But it's like Spirit's wanting you to draw all of the attention back within yourself, towards yourself, right? And to fill your own cup up, Sagittarius, which all of your readings, I would say, for the past year or so have been heavily geared towards like self-love and doing some healing around that. So let's see what's going on in the heart space. The Tower. I'm also getting a message here about an olive branch. Somebody could be extending an olive branch, or maybe you have, or somebody could be desiring that but fearing it at the same time. This is like really throwing me through a loop, because it's a lot of back and forth energy. It's like feeling very elated and excited and like yourself one day, and then the next day feeling in the gutter. You know, I feel like there could be like a lot of moodiness in the energy, or a lot of upshift and then downshift in the energy. It's like, sorry, hard for me to wrap my mind around almost. There could be some things that are weighing on you that it's hard to wrap your mind around, you know. And it has to deal with some sort of transformation or change or ending here. So the Tower, the Ace of Wands, the Princess of Wands, the Princess of Discs, and the Queen of Discs. So it's looking better on the emotional front. There is like this turbulence in the energy, Sagittarius, like this unsteady energy. Okay, some of you, there could have been something that really surprised you on an emotional level, or is going to surprise you on an emotional level. And I feel like whether it's good or bad, don't get all in your head about it. Now, I feel like some of you are thinking like a change or something like that is bad, or you have fear around that, but actually the message is that this is going to bring some sort of renewal. It's actually bringing in more passion, more change, but in a positive way. And so to not let yourself like get all wrapped up in like insecurities or the unknown, you know, or fearing the unknown, because I feel like whatever this tower moment is, this is something that is going to fuel you, or like change something in a way that like gives you that spark, gives you that reassurance that you've been looking for, that yes, go in that direction, right? Because there's an opportunity here to strengthen yourself here. There's also an opportunity here to like grow your skill set, and this could be in career, money, job, whatever. But I definitely heard grow your skill set. So yes, like there is possible financial growth during this time frame as well. You know, like when you get the pep in your step back and you're having like a really good day. Have you ever noticed that like you just have great timing? You know, your humor's on point, you show up at the right time and things just flow. Well, that's because the law of attraction is always in place, and law of attraction responds to your moods and your primary emotion. So when you are in a grateful or a happy or elated emotion, law of attraction says, okay, let's bring you more things that are like that. And so you tend to rendezvous with people who are also in that emotional space. You know, you tend to have great timing, and it just kind of goes in that direction. And I feel like there's going to be this energy come in where you get into that flow, Sagittarius. But there's also this energy that's kind of lingering over here, so to speak, where you could get pulled into the opposing end of that. So say you're walking around and you're feeling sad and just hating life, or just not having a good day, right? Well, law of attraction is going to have you rendezvous with other people that are in the gutter with you, and circumstances and events that validate that emotion. Haven't you noticed that life responds to what you feel? I think a lot of you have lived more than enough life that you have made the correlation and the connection that that is not a coincidence, right? So it's like when you're having a bad moment or you're having a bad day, just stay home, okay? just just stay home, or meditate and clear your energy, then go into the day, right? When you're feeling great, that's the time to communicate. That's the time to get busy with the things that you love, right? So it's like also being able to figure out, Sagittarius, how to use this energy in your favor, because Spirit is wanting to favor you and does not want you to fear whatever this ending or change is. It wants you to ignore that fear and focus solely on the things that inspire you. So what is the bigger spiritual picture? Oops, let's see. The Chariot. Sorry, my car just went flying. The Chariot. Okay. I still have that song in my head, and I guess that's why they call it the blues. The Three of Pentacles. Invocation card. The King of Swords and the Two of Discs. So, Sagittarius, wow, okay, so it's getting better and better and better is what I'm hearing. So if you've been in a funky mood, right, I do feel improvement in that. Not saying you won't have moments where you backslide, but I feel like overall you're seeing steady improvement, or you should be during this time frame. It's like things are moving forward. It's like things are coming together, especially when it comes to like group projects, or I don't know if you work with a group of people for some of you, or maybe this is just your friends group, family group, whatever. But when it comes to like groups, I feel cooperation here. And it's like using your power of the ability to invoke your own emotion and dictate your own emotion so that you can get the outcomes that you want. So here's the thing about law of attraction. When you really, really, really understand, one, the universe is responding to your thoughts and your emotions, your moods. Two, you get to decide your emotions, no one else. It may feel like other people can make you feel a certain kind of way, but not unless you allow them to. You're in control of your emotions. So that means if you understand that law of attraction brings you things to feel good about when you feel good, and then you make the conscious decision on a daily basis to prioritize you feeling good, your life will change for the better within a matter of 30 days, if not less. I mean, you'll notice immediate improvement. They call that invocation, because what you're doing is you're invoking your own emotions, and then you are getting the outcome of that. It's fascinating. Those that do not understand law of attraction, they think it's magic. It's not magic. It's the power of your mind, and it's how the universe works. So use the power of your mind to keep yourself in a space that is good for you, right? And if you had been giving over that power to other people or outside circumstances or yada, 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 it's time to take that power back, Sagittarius. Take it all back. Oh, good timing. That was the song I got earlier. Take it all back. Yeah, that's it. Time to take back your power by taking back what you give your focus to and how you choose to feel about that. And hey, you're going to see life through a whole nother perspective, right? Like there's something coming in where you're getting some sort of whole different perspective. And this also reminds me a little bit of the Libra reading, I believe, where there was some sort of like swapping of the energy going on. So FYI, you know, if the tables also might be turning during this time frame. Okay, so if you'd been on the losing end, you might find yourself on the winning end during this time frame. So let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. Past lives. This Virgo got this card. Some of you could have Virgo in your chart. And trust. So there might also be some sort of karmic cycle that you have going on that is old news and getting ready to end, okay? As the past lives card to me talks about like old karma or old karmic cycles presenting themselves. I feel like you're getting ready to move out of an old karmic cycle here, but it does feel like a little bit uncertain, and that could be where the fear is coming from. But Spirit is saying trust yourself. It ain't about trusting anybody else. It's about trusting yourself that you got you at the end of the day, Sagittarius. This person's doing a trust fall. You know what I mean? But also the universe has got you. Always. They're giving you a song, Always and Forever. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what song it is. Whatever. All right, so let's see what the law of attraction has to say for ya. It says, ooh, I can find harmony by feeling for improved thoughts. And then this one says, my imagination attracts all cooperative relationships. So this one grabbed my attention because this is kind of what I was talking about. So let me read this one first. If we were contemplating an action that caused negative emotion, we would not proceed with the action until we resolved the negative emotion. We would make sure that we had come into alignment with Source before proceeding. By feeling for the improved thought in time, and usually in a short time, you will feel the harmony of your Source and you will know the appropriateness of your behavior. We would not look for the long list of right and wrong, but instead we would feel for the emotion of alignment. So Sagittarius, that's basically what I was saying to you earlier. It's like, it's not so much about, sorry, what's going on with my throat? It's not so much about the action-oriented part of life. It's alignment. It's how you feel while you do the action that matters the most. That matters the most. This one says, my imagination attracts all cooperative relationships. The universe and all the physical and non-physical players in it is responding to vibrations that you are offering. And no distinction is made between vibrations that you offer as you observe and vibrations that you offer as you imagine. If you will just simply imagine your life as you want it to be, all cooperative components will be summoned. And even more important, all components that are summoned will cooperate. It is law. That is so crazy that those, it's not crazy. It's divine timing, y'all, because y'all know I practice law of attraction and I have for years, decades. It works. But these two cards are perfect for what I said earlier. So essentially this card is also saying that you write your own story, Sagittarius, and you write your story through your ability to control your mind and emotion. And they're giving me a song, and the rest is still unwritten. So I'm gonna leave it there. Wow, interesting reading, Sagittarius. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with. Another Sagittarius, or you could have that in your chart. Scorpio here, Cancerian energy, Aries energy. Those are the primary signs I am seeing, and I felt Virgo and Libra energy as well. But that, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, guys. So if it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, where you can also find the donation if you'd like to donate, you can do so there. And you can also find the link to my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com. I get a lot of my styles from her, so check her shop out. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Sagittarius. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.